Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Elijah Woody. I'm 17 years old, and I am absolutely thrilled to officially launch a vision I've had for literally years now. For quite some time, I've wanted to create video content covering topics that affect we the people, and not just current events, but deeper concepts that apply to you as an individual and collectively all of us as a nation. So this is the beginning of a new chapter and a journey that started for me about 8 years ago. I was 9 years old and it was 2016, a big political year that turned a lot of heads. Trump entered the political arena and won the presidency and an unexpected victory. But it was a big deal. It was the first time something political happened that as a 9-year-old I heard about and could kind of understand and ask questions about. So my interest was piqued, and I began reading every book I could get my hands on about U.S. history, politics, and government. I began to learn a lot about our country and its true history, the history that isn't necessarily taught in our schools. And the more I learned, the more I realized how exceptional our nation really is. America is the greatest nation on earth, and we are blessed as Americans to say, I was born in the USA. A lot of people gave up a lot of things so we could enjoy the freedoms and privileges we as Americans do today. But the sad thing is, too many of us take this for granted. At 9 years old, my passion and love for our country may have just begun, but I knew I wanted to devote my life to public servant leadership. As I would say at the time, I simply wanted to help our country. So on election night, I stayed up all night, eagerly waiting to see what would happen. I watched Trump's victory speech, and about a week after the election, I randomly came to my dad and I said, Dad, I want to help our country. And he was like, okay, it was a little bit random. But then I proceeded, Dad, I think I need to run for president of the United States. See, this was my first epiphany as a 9-year-old. I wanted to help our country, therefore I needed to run for president because in my mind, if you wanted to create real lasting change, you had to be really powerful. And I thought the most powerful person in America was the president. I thought that the higher the level of government you went up, the more powerful you became. But I was wrong. You see, I realized this as I began to learn and mature. I realized that the most powerful form of government is actually the most local form of government. And the most local form of government is you, it's me, it's we the people, because all the power that our elected representatives hold is only valid if we the people conform. Even today, with the existence of a fourth branch of government, an unelected bureaucracy, we the people hold the power in our nation because we are the nation. We are America, and we are the government. You see, everything we do as individuals does have an impact on our nation because it impacts you personally and those around you. This then means that reclaiming America begins with you reclaiming your life as an individual. And you can do this by taking personal responsibility for your actions. We've all heard that common phrase that our government is made up of the people, by the people, and for the people. Therefore, our nation is only as strong as the people. So we must begin to transfer power back from the corrupt system, the dark corners of the unelected bureaucracy, the halls of Congress, the Oval Office, and the courts, back into the hands of we the people. My fellow Americans, it is time to empower we the people. That's my mission. My mission statement in every video I publish is to empower you, the viewer, the listener, and ultimately my fellow American. Because when you reclaim control of your life, you are empowered to remain free. And freedom is what we strive for. Ladies and gentlemen, today just so happens to be April 19th, 2025. 250 years to the day that our very own American Revolutionary War began, with that infamous shot that was heard around the world in Lexington, Massachusetts. That one shot, that one battle on the Lexington Green changed the course of history. And it was all because 77 ordinary people like you and me stood up for their hometown, their way of life, their families, and their freedom because they valued it. These brave American patriots took responsibility and action in their time so that their children and their grandchildren might also be free. Friends, all I'm asking is for you to value your life, your freedom, your country, and your future generations. Today you're not required to literally sacrifice your life, at least yet, but you do need to invest in your life, and you do need to invest in your community and your children. I know I'm young and you can take or leave what I have to say, but I do have a burning passion inside me that I want to share with you so that we as Americans can remain free and sovereign as individuals and together as a nation. This is going to take some enlightenment. It's going to take some action, some discipline, some changing of habits, but it's worth it, and we're going to have some fun doing it. So I'm super excited because I've got some cool content planned. And like I said earlier, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Over the years, I've gotten involved politically. I've worked to educate myself. I've done some things locally. I've gone to some events. And now I really feel led by God to make some video content. So I'm really looking forward to seeing who this impacts and where this leads. With that, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll join me along this journey. And if you agree with what I said, I hope you'll consider investing in me by sharing this video and subscribing to the channel. Follow me on X, but more importantly, invest in yourself by taking responsibility and action so that you can live on the greatest nation on earth. Because remember, you are the government.